for our four our four students, we normally have anywhere from 17 to 25 students annually. What we did learn this year, even at CPS, it was just a lot harder to get into the schools. See, now I have an aunt at Gwendolyn Brooks, and I hope to see a lot more applications from Gwendolyn Brooks in the future. But so Job 1 is going well, and we're ready to get started. And Kia Rowbottom is going to co-chair Job 1 next year, along with either Joel Tim or Rob Harney, who didn't know he was being volunteered for that, but thank you, Rob. And and so next we have Timo, who's online.
Hey there.
Howdy. If you could put us both up on the screen. We get to talk about money or lack thereof.
Right. Well, as all of you know, this year was a bit of a roller coaster. And with the transition with the office, there's some extra cost. Also, the fundraiser wasn't quite as successful as we had hoped. The membership numbers appeared to be somewhat stagnant. And long story short, we're in a little bit of a hole. We're trying to figure out ways of cutting the fat in the budget, getting a handle on what reserves we have where and what we can do. But right now the budget is not pretty. It's not a complete catastrophe, but it's something where Alida and I were hoping that we can also ask you to think about ways of either do a fundraiser that we can fill that hole, or come up with other suggestions. If you can think about those, share your thoughts with us. So we wanted to use this opportunity to update you on the status, but also to invite you to think about solutions. Right, Alida?
Correct. So, we could just go and raise dues again, because to be honest, we haven't raised dues in 15 years. When we did raise dues this year, it was only by 2%. Most organizations are raising their dues by between 5 and 10%. We don't want to have to do that. So we really are hoping that if there's any ideas or anything, like Timo said, that you all can think of to help us, maybe we can, and also if there's things that we can do to help the office so that we can take some of the burden off of them, that might help us with some of the costs and them having to bring in extra people and things like that to help run our very needy group. We're just a needy group of people. But all those things cost. And so within that, we always have to think about what we can do as a club and as a group to help bring us back into the black and get us moving forward. Because when we have to worry about, I see you, Chuck, when we do have to worry about the money, it's hard for us to concentrate on the service. So we want to get back to concentrating on the service. And Chuck has a...
Just in that we are an assembly situation, is it okay to throw an idea out there?
Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe there's a way we can do a fundraiser, like an auction type of thing, with a get together with family, spouses, friends, and so forth, and do an auction idea, and just have members donate whatever they can in the form of an auction item, and then have a get together, and then we can maybe make up some of the difference right there. It would be a combination of fellowship and fundraising at the same time.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like a great idea. Any other wonderful ideas or thoughts while we're...
Just to follow up on that, thank you, Chuck. I think one thought that was floated this morning was to maybe have a fundraiser immediately following the installation, Alida's installation. We were all going to be there, so it might just be a good opportunity to bring people together and to do this jointly right there and then.
That's a great one.
I'm from the Pasadena Rotary Club, and one of the things that we did this year to raise money is we had a non-gala gala. So we had people who would, instead of renting a tux, just donate the cash. So we didn't have the fellowship that you're talking about, but we had donations come in, and that was one of the things that we did.
Awesome, thank you. It's great to think about. So I think with that, as we talk about donations and we're getting ready to start Sarah's year, I'm going to help spearhead that. As Margaret said, the Rotary One Foundation and the Rotary Foundation is how we do the service that we do. And I understand that sometimes a lot of our members don't understand how those two things coordinate. So all the money that we give to the Rotary One Foundation goes to our corpus. And then the Rotary One Foundation board makes sure that we have that corpus into perpetuity so that we can continue to do the work that we do. So they give us annually anywhere between 4% and 7%, which becomes our service budget that we divide up through all the service committees to do the work that we do, the CPS grants, the international service projects, our PR and marketing, and get out there to get more members and get people to know about the things that we do in all of our different programs. The Rotary Foundation, when we give to the Rotary Foundation, we get that money back in 3 years. So all the money or lack of money that we didn't raise this year, we get how much of that back, Marga? We get 30% of that back or 50%?
I think it's something between 25 and 30%. But whatever, of those funds that we have, then the Rotary Foundation is going to match us 80%.
Right. So we get 25 to 30% of that back that we normally give to the International Service Committee, because then we take that money and then Rotary Foundation matches that money when we put it toward a district grant or a DDF, is all of our wonderful acronyms that we have. So that's how we're able to help 2,000 people in a community with a hospital and doing things like that, or bringing clean water to the communities. And we have done other global grants here in the United States also. We don't always just do global grants going out. We do global grants coming in also, like the Monarch one that we've done, and we've done other ones. So when you're thinking about those things and you're thinking about, should I give, this is where the money goes, and this is how the money works. So the last time I'm gonna, no, it's not, but the piggy banks. If anyone would like to donate to our piggy banks, all the money that we are gonna raise in our piggy banks and Timo is going to match is going to go to our school supply drive to help the Jesse White Trunk Party. So if please give us your extra change, extra dollars, extra $100, so that we can go and buy those school supplies to help 500 students that are going off to college. Many of them are low income. And even at this point, there are still students that are the first ones in their families to go off to college, to understand what that means. And we all think about, oh, why do they need these things? Think about when you send your kids off to college and how much it costs just to get the little stuff. The sheets, the towels, the laundry detergent, to get them all those things that they need to be able to get ready, all the school supplies and the bags. Those are all the things that Jesse White gives them in this trunk. They get pillows and school supplies and all of those things. And even in years, we've been able to give away computers. So this is what that goes toward. And it's something we've been doing for over 5 years. So, please support us. And with that, are there any questions online that I missed? I have a question in the room.
I'm coming.
Just a comment on the fundraising. Maybe, we all have, some connections. Maybe we can think of the people that we have connections that we can do, maybe meet and greet, invitation only. Invite some people here or wherever to pay and then come in and, sign the jersey, or it could be many things, right?
Yeah.
So maybe something like that.
That sounds great. Yeah, and we got to record it. So, all of our committee meetings are in the gyrator. Please register for any of our upcoming meetings. All of our members, please try to register by 5 o'clock, by noon on Friday, because that is when we're supposed to get our numbers into the ULC to make sure they have enough food for us. We always do a little bit extra for our visiting Rotarians because we understand that sometimes they don't know that they're going to be here till the day before. But all of our wonderful in-house Rotarians, you know when you're coming to a meeting. 12 o'clock on Friday. Yes.
Hi,
Hi, Ross.
I'm new. My name is Russ, and thank you for how nice you've been to me. My question is, I see there's lots of efforts for young people, and I'm interested in older people in terms of a retirement group. And are there efforts organizationally that's directed to Chicago retirees? Or could it be?
Most definitely we can, and you can gladly join the community service committee and we can find those things to do. But what I can tell you, what we did during the pandemic, when we started feeding medical staff during the pandemic, when we stopped that and we kind of wind it down, we did feed senior citizens in a low income or income controlled location every single Friday from, I believe, July through December. We made meals for them and we delivered them to their doors. And what we heard from them was that no one else was coming, and they looked so much forward to that meal every Friday because someone came to their door and met them and saw them when everyone else was so concerned and so scared about getting them ill. We were there. So we have done things in the past to help our seniors, and we would love to continue to do that. The day at Cornerstone, we still do deliver meals to the seniors in the community that can't get out. And they deliver them to their door at Cornerstone every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So you are more than welcome to come by and help do that also. Okay.
Okay. Aleda, I've got something.
Yes.
One of the things, just in keeping with ideas, we just had a big membership event about a month ago. That was Chicago Woman of the Year. So I'm just going to give that report right here. And I know Aleda has something really cool planned up her sleeve for the fall of 2023. So what else can we do? When you've got a membership event, like one of these items, or many of the other cool service projects that we have, showing up and also bringing people are ways to build our club. And the more we build our club, of course, the financially stronger it will be. Speaking of our 10th Chicago Woman of the Year, we had about 80 people in here. And Timo roped in what I think, and we've had some wonderful keynotes over the years, no question about it, but I thought Gail Littleton was hands down our best keynote that we have ever had. She just hit all the important stuff of what Chicago Woman is all about, and talked about the individual things that every person can do when a big problem looks overwhelming. And I thought that was awesome. So this was big thanks to everybody who participated, from helping out on the committee to nominating somebody, to introducing somebody. It took a lot of people, and therefore we had a wonderful event a month ago. And it was smaller than some of our early years. There's no question about it. But considering what we've all been through and how we're building our in-person numbers, I was proud of it. So next year, May or June, when that comes along and you start seeing that on the screen, and other items that come up that you're hearing about today, those are great opportunities to invite people. So thank you.
Thank you. And with that, I want to invite Andrea Lumen to come to the stage and help us. Oh, sorry, I forgot this last time. Let's introduce our guests, all of our visiting Rotarians in the room. If you could introduce yourself. Mm-hmm. Start with international. International, yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Wilfried Buck. you would call me Wilfred Buck, and I found out that Sarah and me could be cousins. I'm coming from Hanover in Germany, which is 1.5 hours drive south of Hamburg. And my Rotary Club is Hannover Ballhof, founded started in 1957. That means 52 years after you. And there are 6 Rotary clubs in Hanover, and it's an honor and a privilege to join club number 1 when you coming to the United States, and I really appreciate to be here. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kathy Sims from the Pasadena Rotary Club. We are 103 years old club.
All right.
But I'm so impressed with all of the international projects and community projects that you're doing that I have a lot of work to do back at home with my club. And I brought my husband, Garrett Bell, whose grandfather was a member of the number 1 club in the 1920s.
All right.
So thank you for allowing us to be here today.
Thank you for coming. And our visitors, Russ?
Hi again. I'm Russ Farner, and Neetha invited me. I live in the Chicago neighborhood at the Park Shore. We're neighbors, friends. And like I said before, I have a little company called Brussels, and it's involved in helping retirees. And we do workshops and speaking, and I wrote 2 books, and one is Chicago, the Great Retirement Resource. And so the thing that I would be interested in is how can Rotary get it more involved with retirement people in a variety of fronts, not just poverty. Because I see a lot of nervousness with retirees in terms of making the gap from full-time work to whatever. So enough of that. Thank you, everybody, for your kindness.
And I don't believe we have any other guests in the room. We haven't already met. Do we have any visiting Rotarians on Zoom or guests on Zoom that we haven't already met? Okay, so Andrea, if you would come up to the front and help lead us. Andrea is one of our wonderful members and past president, but she now lives in Germany and she's not here very often, so I'm so excited to see her. And if everyone can please stand. This is a 4-way test.
Oh, I should do the 4-way test?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. It's good to be here again. I mean, I'm always very happy to see all these friends that I don't see as often anymore since I live now more in Germany. But every time I'm in Chicago, I love to come here. So, and I guess my duty is now to lead in the 4-way test. So, number 1, is it the truth? Number 2, is it fair to all concerned? Number 3, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Number 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
And with that, I adjourn the meeting.